Alright, so we're gonna do a video on how we made these red. These are the premium seats, not the sport ones, so they're like a fake vinyl. They're not like a real leather. But I talked to a couple guys on Instagram that recommended this automotive leather dye. This is BMW Coral Brown. Or Coral Red. And this is a couple coats on there. I did this the other day just to see how it would turn out, and it actually turned out phenomenal. So I'm going to show how I prep this before I actually paint. What I used for that one was this Chemical Guys leather cleaner. It comes as a kit. We do a couple sprays of that stuff. And this brush really kicks ass, so. That was after the first coat. And we're gonna do it again. You really don't have to go light with this shit. This stuff works awesome even if you're not even dyeing your leather and you just want to clean it. Like I said, it comes as a kit. And now I'm just gonna scrub it again like I just did and then wipe it off with a clean microfiber. Next, I'm gonna take another clean rag, put some isopropyl on it. I'm using 70%. I mean, you could probably use a stronger one, would be better, but I clean these pretty thoroughly and get the rag wet with the alcohol, clean it all off, get the oils and grease and whatnot off the pleather or leather or whatever. And then we're gonna start dyeing.
I don't know, these things right here, you could leave these on and take them off, but it's way easier just to do this. And then you can actually clean.
Alright, so this is one light coat. This side's not done yet, but you gotta put it on super light. This I'll have to just paint over because I wasn't gonna tape these fucking things off. But we're gonna do one more light here and come back on the second one. This is basically the second coat kind of still. I did the first one here that you saw just a second ago and I kind of went over it. Might have gone a bit too thick, but we'll see. Last time with this one I had to do a small bit of wet sanding or light high grit sandpaper and sanded it and then re-alcohol wiped it. But this was the first coat, second coat-ish. I'm gonna let it sit for a couple hours and then come back. All right, so this is a couple coats later. I think I want to say like 2 more coats, but turning out pretty good. It's not to this yet, but a couple more. So there will be a couple spots to do it that paint might get splotchy, but before it's too late, I'll just take a high grit sandpaper. I don't even know what this is. It's pretty fine now, and just sand it slightly. And this will all be hidden by the next couple coats. But after you do this, remember hit it with a alcohol wipe or a damp cloth to get all this shit off before you put more. So that's, I don't know how many coats this is, but it's a good amount. I've caught a decent amount of hairs and shit ending in this, but we'll see. It should turn out pretty good. It's just starting to hold some color and get a couple thick more coats and should look like that. I did a light sand on a lot of it, and you can see it's kind of splotchy in some spots, but after a light sand, you get a damp cloth. You get a damp cloth and picks all the dirt and grime and sand or whatever you just took off from when you. That's probably no good to use it here. Then you let that dry for a little bit. You're gonna send it with some more coats now that it's even and flat. Well, I got super busy this week. Didn't have an opportunity to work on the seats, but it's Friday or Saturday now, and had a couple hours to work on them a bit. So we got some deeper color in them now, and this is the Fiblings, whatever that is, acrylic Resin. It's going to be the top coat sealant that makes this waterproof, so that it's not going to be transferring to any clothes or anything like that. You want to mix it 50-50, so half water, half acrylic Resin, and once the seats are buffed and there's no more dye actually transferring, then you're actually going to mix that half water, half Resin, and we're going to work it into the seats. But you can see this is getting some nice color now. So this piece is done. This thing is going to be fucking closed 95% of the time. I'll have a couple spots to touch up there. I did miss a little bit right there, but this thing looks pretty solid. I still have a couple coats to do on this back side, but looks pretty solid. I got maybe 2 or 3 more full coats on this, and then we're going to the Resin on both, and that will be it. All right, so this is pretty much done now. I got the belt holders back in, and I took the tape off of the headrest posts, and I don't know if I would recommend doing that, because when I took the tape off, kind of had some technical difficulties like there, but that's not going to be an issue. I'm just going to do a couple small light passes underneath that, and it should be good as new again. These are done. This is done. I'm just going to be doing a 50-50 coat of that, like I said. Once this is all dried, I'm going to wipe them down one time and figure out how I'm going to mix that. So we'll be back once I'm getting ready to put that on. This is the first time I've looked at them here too, so we might find an imperfection or two, but still haven't done any coatings yet. I just opened this stuff up. It's pretty weird. Not sure how it's gonna work on there, but this turned out fucking rad in my opinion. They turned out amazing in my opinion. Might have a couple little things to touch up tomorrow, but other than that, man, just freaking awesome. I got the clear coat to throw on, and need to source some headrests tomorrow, and hopefully I can perhaps find some front seats cheap enough so I don't have to dye mine. I can already have them out of the car and keep my stock black ones just in the garage here somewhere, but we'll be back. All right, and haven't done the clear coat on those like I said I was gonna do in the clip before this, but I got my hands on the rest of the rear interior. So these are the rear seat headrests. These are from my boy Gabe. If you guys follow my Instagram, I'm sure you know who he is. Gabe_IPL. He owns Infiniti Motorsports, and he hooked me up with these. This is actually interesting because this is the tan interior we'll see how it turns out with the tan and the red. This is just one coat. This is just one coat on the black, so you can see how it comes off a little bit differently. And these are the knee guards for the front seats and the center console for the front seats. So we'll be back once these are painted and on there, and hopefully the next clip we'll put them in. All right, so this video is taking a little longer than usual, but I just want to make sure I get it right. So these are now coated. These are fully coated. These used to be tan, the top parts. It all looks the same though, so we're good. I didn't want to apply this stuff with a rag and like go across it. I didn't want to fuck it up. So I'm going to do a 50-50 mixture. And I went to Harbor Freight and they sell this for like 140 bucks, 150 bucks. And so you can get their cheaper one that Harbor Freight makes, the pneumatic one. And I think it's 90 or 80 bucks. And guy recommended this. I mean, I'll be able to use it to do the calipers on the cars in the future of my friend's cars. So I'll get my money's worth out of it. But we're going to do the mixture now. We're going to coat these first to see how it comes out, so I know what I'm doing on these. All right, so this little airbrush thing is fucking awesome. Do a 50-50 distillate, 50-50 water and this acrylic Resolene. Puts a really nice finish on it. I wanted to start with one of these and just make it simple. And you go super, super light until you get to the finish that you're looking for. And this stuff will not let any color or water or anything bleed through. So I'm going to maybe set up my camera so I can get a better view of me doing this one. If you guys have never done this, it's actually a blast. All right, well, to pull these out, when your seat's down, there's these two little clips. Just pull this upward, pull this outwards, pull up. Same thing on that side, that will come off. This one's got like 4 bolts, like one here, one there, one there, one there. And then there's just some prongs on the back side we gotta do. This rear one, same thing. Like I said, those 4 bolts. Once you have the 4 bolts off, pull from the bottom like this word outwards, and then kind of push up and back. So they're like held onto these type of clip things that go into these hooks. So it's in there now. We're gonna use some of this Chemical Guys leather conditioner and get it nice and conditioned, and then we're gonna go to a better lit area so we can see it better. I just did the leather conditioner, so that's why kind of part of it might look a little splotchy in some places because it's got the fresh leather conditioner on it. I need to do the front seats now, and I kind of want to do the door cards, but we'll see how it looks once the fronts are done. I just got the car wash, so this is gonna fuck all my windows up, but the red looks fucking legit. Yeah, so this video was supposed to be longer. Everything you've seen prior to this is probably about a week ago, week and a half. I broke my hand, planned to do the fronts, but never got around to it because now my hand's broken. I'm gonna be having surgery and won't be able to do these for at least a month or so. So I'm gonna post this video with this done. I had a bunch of people ride in the back here this weekend. I had it loaded full of people, and no bleeding, anything like that. That acrylic stuff that I put on there is the key. As long as you use that, you'll be good. There's gonna be some small touch-ups that I need to do, but other than that, turned out awesome. And my knee is against this every single day. I was really worried about this part rubbing and bleeding, and it's awesome. And you can see I didn't do this part very well, but I still have the stock ones, and I didn't have my airbrush when I was doing these. So now I'm gonna use the actual airbrush and finish these up nice, probably at the same time when I do the actual seats. But stay tuned.